Like and subscribe right now, or you're going to have bad luck for the rest of the week.
Some people are lucky, some aren't. That's just the way it is. Every day, millions of people get a hand in numerous fast cash activities, hoping to score themselves a lucky break. But a select few come face to face with strokes of luck that are worth more than money. The sheer luck of the people we are about to show you is nothing short of miraculous, especially number 1, when you consider all his near brushes with death. Number 10, the nearly headless pilot. Racing has always been a dangerous sport. From horse to car racing, things might go wrong within a split second. Even with that, many adrenaline junkies won't stop clamoring for it. This video shows a pilot and his friends who got themselves into an aircraft racing competition one fateful Sunday. Everything was going fine, and they were about to begin when he figured he had an engine problem. You can see as he signaled for help, but it seemed that the flagman couldn't get a hold of his complaint. Just when he was about to stand up for recognition, another plane came with a loud dash only a few inches from his head. You can feel the almost crimson impact of the crash, even from the clip as his plane made a clockwise turn. Had he been an inch or two higher, that would be an end of the story for him, with his skull rolling on the ground. Though he was scared to death, he was just seconds away from becoming a nearly headless Nick. Number 9. Shark cage gone bad. Most people will just do anything to avoid an encounter with sharks, but some thrill-seeking folks go the extra mile in getting up-close experiences with these blood-craving creatures with the use of a shark cage. These cages intend to allow people to dive in safety with sharks, minimizing the risk of being torn to pieces, using the strong steel bars to act as a barrier. Unfortunately, in this clip, we see an adrenaline junkie in a cage who gets trapped in with the ferocious carnivore, which he was trying to observe after it managed to breach the cage. The swift response from the crew by releasing the shark saved this man from turning into a snack. This is for sure some true luck. Number 8. 21 gun salute goes wrong. Just like any army, the 21 gun salute is a common practice performed all the world around. The Russian army troops smoothly fell into place in preparation to execute this drill before all hell almost broke loose after one of the army men nearly blasted off his comrade's head. Right before the order to fire their weapons was given, one of the men from the rear line messed up his rifle, firing one shot in the air that ended up grazing the cap of the soldier in front of him. Had the weapon's trajectory been altered just a little bit, he sure would have splattered his comrade's brains on the ground. It's easy to see how another inch of miscalculation might have cost this man his life. Number 7. Dangerous driving along the highway. Dash cams are among the recent technology advancements that have allowed people to capture all sorts of footage that would ordinarily be reserved for retold stories. One of those mind-blowing scenarios was caught on camera by a motorist traversing the busy highways when a motorcyclist is smoothly speeding through traffic, rammed into a car that abruptly switches lanes. Unfortunately, the unforeseen event led to an ugly collision with the vehicle. Ordinarily, this would have taken a catastrophic turn, resulting in severe injuries. But through a sheer stroke of luck, the biker managed to pull a full flip stunt, landing safely on top of the car. Shortly after, the vehicle comes to a halt, allowing the biker to jump off. Number 6. Quick heroin. When you pray for luck, do you remember to ask for quick legs because you don't know when you'll need them? Take a look at this footage recorded by a dash cam of a car somewhere in Vietnam. You'll be overly surprised that someone made it out of that kind of accident unhurt. A truck with no sign of blowout suddenly went off the road, claiming the damage of more than 3 cars. At first, you may not notice the woman with a baby standing right next to the white car, but when she comes out running heroically from the scene, you'd marvel at her luck. Not only did she survive the bloody happenstance, but she also escaped a violent blow, the one from the displaced car spiraling destructively from behind. She ran quite swiftly from a massive hit that could have made her crippled for the rest of her life. Whew, that was one hell of a run. Give a closer look. Do you feel the upshot on the one car? If she got hit at such a magnitude, the woman and the kid would have been dead in no time. She was indeed a very lucky heroine. Number 5. Roadside shutter. There's no such thing as overconsciousness. You can never be too careful while walking beside the road. We are sure that would be the advice of this 20-year-old man to all the youths after he fortunately walked out of his near-death experience alive. Zach McCabe, the man in the video, was on his way to the gym when he almost got crushed by a car. Luckily for him, he was not on the Grim Reaper's list that night. Otherwise, that'd have been the last thing that he'd ever live to do. From the video, he looked kind of carried away, oblivious to the fact that 3 automobiles had just collided right in front of him. That was before one came sprinting in his direction. The car ran him over to the glass wall of a nearby pizza store, but he was so miraculously saved that even the metallic structure behind the car missed him completely. It's no joke being flung into a window by a speedy car and you come out unscathed. Not when the lightest vehicles in the world weigh over 2,800 pounds. It's like being crushed by the most massive rhino in the world. He was extremely lucky to get out with nothing other than back pain and the biggest fright of his life. Number 4. Bill Morgan. I don't know about you, but I consider it good luck to just wake up every morning, especially with the world as it is right now. Just saying, healthy can sometimes be considered just a matter of luck. This next guy in our list may look like he's not really lucky at first, as he was involved in a terrible accident, but what happened to him afterwards is extremely amazing. When his car collided with a truck and he was crushed under the impact, everyone thought it was the end of the line for Australian Bill Morgan. Even the doctors gave up on him. He was actually declared legally dead for more than 14 minutes, yet he was somehow revived and managed to survive after only 12 days in a coma, even after his family removed life support. If that wasn't lucky enough, he bought a scratch-it card to celebrate his recovery and promptly won a car worth 17,000 Australian dollars. When the local news station heard about him and all his good fortune, they were so impressed they did a segment about him on the show. They asked him to reenact the scene by scratching off another card, only for him to win a whopping further $250,000 again during the live show. Number 3. Mishap at work. Working with heavy appliances always carries an inherent risk of injury, hence handling tons of steel requires extra care. At a construction site, one of the workers rushes to pick something from a nearby excavator. Unknown to him, the bucket attachment isn't properly attached and plummets towards his head. Luckily, the unsuspecting worker gets out of harm's way in a split second. This situation nearly had a much worse outcome had the man dilly-dallied. Some things we can control, but others it's just mere luck, and we should be truly grateful. Number 2. Tumbling toddler. Toddlers have no sense of security and would go to extreme lengths to put their own lives in danger. 6 postal workers were on their morning break when they heard crying overhead in Nanguai County, China. When they looked up, they saw the 2-year-old on the window ledge high above them. They started to discuss what to do, but moments later had to rush together as the child plummeted. Luckily, her fall was cushioned as she landed in their arms. She did then slip to the ground, but still managed to stand up. 2 of the postal workers suffered minor injuries. CCTV captured the frightening moment, and the footage shows one of these men reeling in great pain after the catch. The girl had woke up from her apartment after her parents had gone to get some medicine. The parents decided never to leave the kid alone again, but we all know she would get into some trouble real soon again. If you think this is terrifying, wait for the first one on our list. Number 1. Almost hit by a BART train. At the top, we have an example of how quick thinking can help you save someone's or even your own life. People at subways are always in a hurry and don't really think straight most of the time. That results in many accidents there, and that is also why there are a lot of supervisors available. Transportation supervisor John O'Connor was at the Coliseum Station, Oakland, keeping an eye on the crowd following the Oakland Raiders-Detroit Lions game, when the man, who was intoxicated, stumbled and fell onto the tracks as a train was approaching. Surveillance video released by BART showed O'Connor, who happened to be standing feet away on the platform, lunge for the man and pull him to safety. just in the nick of time. John said that he was just fortunate that God put him there, and the guy got to see another day. He explained that there was no time really to make a decision. He just looked, and it just happened. Quick thinking helped him save a life. Have you ever escaped death? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.